Hey, be a squid and subscribe to my mediocrity. How's it going, my squids? Today I'm going to be playing some more Remnant from the Ashes, and I've got a little bit of a farm spot for you. So just as a disclaimer, this is not an easy spot to farm. It's called the Capillary over in Corvus or Corpus, whatever the hell this area is called. It's right before you fight the fucking little boss with the staff. Not the floaty one, just the little guy that summons a bunch of stupid ads. Unfortunately, there is no like teleport point. I guess you could go to the shack where the unclean one is. I mean, realistically, I don't even know if you even have this area. This may not even be a guaranteed spawn for your world, but if you come across an area called the Capillary, this is great for farming XP, luminite crystals, as well as scrap and forged iron. I haven't really seen any galvanized iron here, unfortunately, but if you need forged iron to progress and kind of get your armor up, at least to the galvanized section, then this is going to be a great spot for you. Now, like I said, this spot is not an easy one. You're going to need at least some kind of, prowess of the game and understanding of how this is going to work. I'm not really that far into the game. I just kind of finished the Corvus area. I beat the last boss here, so now I just need to head back to the Undying King, so I'm not exactly that far past this. So the whole point of this, I'm going to explain, and then I'm just going to let you guys watch me do it. So, it's about a 5-minute clear, and the whole point of this is to kill these creatures. They're these bug-like creatures. There's one standing right there. Those creatures are the ones that drop luminite crystals. These also have a chance to drop forged iron. It's not guaranteed, but you can get them to drop it. So we're just gonna murder this fucking dude real quick and then just kind of shred him down. And then once you kill this one, there's gonna be a few other creatures as well as like there's kind of this giant frog looking thing. Like, I mean, you'll see them all throughout this little run through, but ultimately you're just gonna be killing all of these, which there's about I don't know, 5 to 10 or 6. I don't fucking know. There's quite a bit in here. Anyway, the whole purpose is to kill those guys and clear this entire area, and then just kind of rinse and repeat the process. In about an hour, you should rack up about 30. And again, this all depends on how good you are and your weapons and clear speed. So that's completely up to you how long this takes. And this is the other guy that also will drop the luminite crystals as well as a pretty decent amount of XP. So you kill this guy as well, and then he might drop a luminite crystal, he might not. This one, oh, he did actually. I thought he didn't. Yeah, and there you go. You get some more luminite crystals. We just started, and we already have 2. So there's going to be another guy that's carrying around a giant hammer. He also has a chance to drop luminite as well as forged iron, so keep an eye out for that. But anyway, I'm going to shut up now, and I'm going to clear this, and, you guys can do what you want with this information. Alright, so that's pretty much it. We cleared it. We got, I don't know how many. I'll probably tally it up in post, but that's pretty much one clear. So what you can do is either go through this portal and suffer through a loading screen, and then there's a crystal directly on the outside, or you can just run back to the beginning. Me, personally, I'm not a huge fan of the backwards route, as well as I don't like sitting through loading screens, so I'm just going to run back to the beginning, and yeah, you pretty much just rinse and repeat the process. That took me about 7 minutes and 20 some seconds, so not the worst thing in the world. I probably racked up around 4 or 5 luminite crystals, and then if you do this for like a half an hour or an hour, it varies. Like sometimes certain runs will be better than others. Like there's been times where I've gotten only maybe 2 or 3 luminite crystals, and then there are times where I've gotten upwards of 8 or 10. It just depends on your luck, realistically. So I mean, if you're a lucky son of a bitch, then you might get more, and if you're not, then you're gonna get less. So it is a grind. And oh hey, we got another luminite crystal. So yeah, it is a grind. Mind you, this is grind. This is not how to cheat your way to the top. Like they've already patched pretty much everything in this fucking game that was pretty much like cheap or cheating, whatever you want to call it. So unfortunately, you got to play properly, and this is the closest thing to the other method that I had before. So yeah, it kind of sucks because it feels like they patched that method. I don't really understand why, because this method works just about as well as the other one, in my personal opinion. The only difference in the other one is that it was way easier. I guess that would be the only trade-off, but realistically, this is pretty much the same thing, and it's not really that hard in my personal opinion, but it is what it is. Anyway, that pretty much concludes today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Also, if you know any other farm spots or want to show me anything in this game, you let me know in the comment section, and then maybe we'll talk and we'll do a video together or something. And also, I'm aware of the Nerf gun thing. I will go out and buy a Nerf gun or order one. I don't know. We will see what happens, but I will do it. As to when, probably sometime next week. Anyway, that's it. Bye-bye.